Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm a bit barefaced. I think I was in my last video, but if you really don't like my face then don't watch this video. But I wanted to be more real with you, especially because this video is going to be very personal and very just something I'm not embarrassed, I'm just a bit wet, about talking about it. But I want to talk about it, and I've not been pushed in to do this by anybody, and my mum is completely supportive of what I want to do. So I'm going to speak to you about my anxiety, and then I'm also going to speak about I've written some things down, travelling with anxiety tips and tricks. My anxiety is just generalised anxiety. Google what it is, you'll know what it is. It's just basically a bit of every bit of anxiety, really, because there are different types of it, but I've just got a bit of everything basically, and it is pretty bad, and especially at the moment. So I have gathered a lot of different things along the way that really help me and help me feel comfortable and calm when I'm really anxious and just want to cry and go. So yeah, I've got a drink, and I suggest you get a drink as well, and we're just going to get on to this video. Now if this video helps anybody, then I've done what I wanted to do. This is all I want to do, is help other people, because when I first started getting all this type of stuff, because mine sort of switched, like, kind of thing. I don't know if anybody else did that, but mine just sort of switched, and I was like, ugh. I didn't know who to talk to. I felt like I was all by myself, I was all alone, but it's not true. There's so many people that have this, and actually, quite actually at the moment, it is so much more common, and a lot of people have this, and this video I just hope helps somebody. So the first thing that really helps me is to bring earphones. By the way, I can't not look at myself, I just can't, so I'm really sorry. It's not that I'm obsessed with myself, but I just can't look at the camera, I just can't. So bring earphones, earphones or headphones or whatever, but earphones I feel like are more discreet, just because if I'm really anxious and I'm somewhere where it's the right place to be putting earphones in, like, don't just whip them out at like family dinner or something, but like if it's the right place, then I'll just put earphones in and I'll try and zone out of the situation. Like if you're on a bus or you're in a car, anything like that, and you're really anxious and it's the right place to do it, then just put earphones in and just listen to music and try and calm yourself and just try and distract yourself. But then that way you can't hear what's around you, you can just try and go into your own little world and your own little place and try to like calm yourself and relax yourself. And along with that, my other tip is to make a playlist of songs that really help you and make you really happy, or like feel good songs that you can listen to when you are really anxious, and that when you do need to not be anxious and you just want to be calm, then get some songs on a playlist that really help you just to feel good and happy. Like everyone has those songs that just makes them really happy. My other one is to travel with someone that you know. Now this obviously is difficult because in life you are going to have to do things you don't want to do, and you are going to have to meet people you don't want to meet, or like scared to meet. But for the time being, there's going to be no harm in just travelling with people you know. Most of the time you would be travelling with people you know anyway, like travelling with family and friends. And I feel like this really helps me, because if I'm really anxious and I don't know who the person is, it makes me even more anxious, because I feel like if I start freaking out, they're going to be like, well, what is she doing? So if I have friends and family, they know what I'm going through, they know what's going on, and they are aware of it, and then I just feel so much more calm. So I really feel like having someone that you know, and that's someone that you've known for a long time and knows what you're going through, it just makes it feel a lot better. And along with that is, if you are going to go out somewhere and you know it's going to make you anxious, then please let your family know, and let whoever you're travelling or going out with know that, so that they are aware and they kind of can try and see, right, okay, she's getting anxious, and just try and make them aware. And it always helps me. I feel like it makes me feel so much better when the person I'm with knows the problem. download apps that you could play that can distract yourself and try and just distract you. My main thing is just going on social media. That's apps playing games doesn't really do it for me, so I download, like, well, I already have it, but like get Instagram and all that lot and just scroll through your favourite types of things, because at the end of the day you just got to do what makes you happy and what is going to cheer you up and what's going to distract you. So if that's colouring a book or if that's calling someone, just do whatever that you need to do, but have something like that that you can distract yourself with. Another one is get a little bag of things that make you comfortable. So have like a little, like, I can't find one now, but like a little makeup bag, or like just whatever, like a little pouch type bag, and fill it with items that make you comfortable. So when you're anxious, you can get it out and get whatever that you need, and you can try and calm yourself down, and you can use those items to make you feel a lot more comfortable wherever you are. I really feel like this helps. Mine's mainly hand sanitizer because I'm a bit of a hygiene, so I like to have hand sanitizer, and also just like to have like other little things, maybe like a stress ball or a fidget cube or slime or just something like that, something you can distract yourself and something that makes you calm. So everyone's different in that way. My one is look at quotes on Pinterest or look at DIYs on Pinterest, because you do have to read and you do have to kind of focus on it, and I do feel like for a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds it gets me away from feeling really, really anxious. And any second, anybody with anxiety will know, any split second that you can get away from that feeling is the best. Like, it's just the best, so that always helps me. Bring water. That's the one thing that I always do. I always bring water. It's just something that makes me comfortable. If I have water, it just makes me feel comfortable. I don't know why, but it just does. So just bring water with you. Bring a little water bottle and bring it with you, so that you can just, and also like if you're gonna have a panic attack or something like that, you do want to have some water with you, and you just bring water basically. Download a series on Netflix or YouTube. YouTube actually started this thing now. You can actually pay monthly and you can download videos and songs and stuff, which I think is super cool. But I have Netflix, so you can do the same on Netflix. No extra charge, just the same as it normally is. And just download them. It doesn't do anything. You just need your Wi-Fi to download them. You can even use your gigabyte, like your data, and download them, and then you have them there. I think they stay there for like a month. And then you have them there, so if you really are really anxious, you can watch whatever that is that makes you happy and makes you not anxious, and you can just watch that and try and zone out from everything around you. Bring your favourite snack. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but with anxiety it makes me feel like kind of ill, and you can never, I don't know if anybody else can, but I can never tell the difference between if I'm actually ill or if I'm just anxious. Is anybody else the same? Let me know in the comments down below. It's so frustrating. So if you need to eat something, because I don't know if anybody else is the same, but if I'm really anxious or I have something to be anxious about, I don't really eat a lot leading up to that thing. So bring a snack that even when you feel awful, that you know you will eat and you know that you will like eating. Even if it's something really unhealthy, really bad for you, just whatever, like it doesn't matter, just bring it with you, because you might really need that one thing and that is the only thing you're going to eat, and you need to eat something, because trust me, when you don't eat it makes you feel so much worse. Like honestly, it makes you feel so much worse. So bring something that you will eat with you, so that you don't feel like you can't eat anything. Sometimes you don't want to get food out, sometimes you just want to have your own little thing and you don't want to go out to somewhere. Like, just bring a snack that you will definitely eat. And so when you're next anxious and you're hungry, think that one thing that you would actually eat at that time in your head, and keep it and save it for later, and then you can write that down and next time know what to bring with you. Do what you're comfortable doing. Don't let people push you into doing something, because I feel like sometimes you do it because there's a lot of people and they're all sort of being like, yeah, just do it, and you just feel like you have to say yes. but you don't have to say yes, and you do have to put your foot down and say, no, I don't feel comfortable doing this, and I know that it's not going to work for me, and that is completely fine to do. If you feel like you can't do something, don't do it. Like, you don't have to push yourself all the time. But one thing I will say is you do have to push yourself. I know it's kind of like defeating the object of each other, but sometimes you just know where your boundaries are and where you draw the line, and you're just like, no, I'm not ready for that yet, or I'm not in the mood for that. But you do have to push yourself, and you do have to do things you don't want to do, because that's the only way that you can sort of build your kind of strength and like be able to not get over anxiety, because it won't ever go away, but just to be able to deal with it with yourself a bit better. So you do have to push yourself, but sometimes you don't want to push yourself, and you do need a break, and you do need to just stop for a minute and think about things. So don't feel afraid to say you don't feel comfortable doing something, and if your friends are true friends, or your family are true family, they will understand, and they will be completely fine with it. And they may be a little bit disappointed, it depends what it is that you're not going to, but you can't help how you feel, and you can't help it. And yeah, be near a door or window. This always helps with me, because sometimes you're in mine's mainly waiting rooms, and you wait for so long, and there's other people in there, and you feel so anxious you just want to get up and run. I have not done it, touch wood, because I do have to stop myself, because I don't want to cause a scene. But do be near a door, because it just helps, or a window, but it just helps to know that if you get really, really anxious and you just need to get outside, that you can, even though you shouldn't, and you should try and kind of deal with it yourself, and try and, you know, that's a way you can kind of build your strength towards anxiety, but just so that you have that in your head that you can leave if you want to leave. So yeah, that just always helps me. Take little steps at a time. You don't have to jump straight into the deep end at the start, because basically with me at the moment, I'm currently trying to build up my kind of tolerance to anxiety, and trying to basically tolerate it much better than I already am, because I stopped doing everything. I stopped going out, I stopped going to everywhere. Like, I could go to town, but I could only go with my mum, and today I actually went to town by myself, well, not by myself, with my friends, without my mum, and to me that's a big step. And to some other people that may just be like, oh, you only went to town, but it just feels so good that I had a bit of freedom today, and that I wasn't stuck at home, and that I wasn't constantly thinking all these a million scenarios. So it can be done, but you just have to take little steps, and that's what I did. There was a party after it, well, not a party, but like a sleepover in that afterwards, but I decided to just pull back and say, you know what, I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to push myself too much that I come back again and not want to do it again. So you do have to take little steps, and you do have to just do it little, and it does take patience, and it does take a lot of time, but it's so worth it in the end, because at the end you just feel you just feel happy, and you feel proud of yourself, and you feel like you've achieved something. So yeah. And this one my mum actually said, because I nearly forgot this, and this is like the main thing that helps me, is to plan your route, and plan where you're going, and just plan the day, and so that you know where you're going. You can maybe even look it up on the internet if you want to, but so you know where you're going, you know how you're getting there and back. That always helps me when I know what we're doing, and I know how I'm getting there and back, and all that stuff. Like, routine is key with anxieties. Keep a routine up is just the key thing. So you just want to have kind of details on what you're doing, how you're getting there and back, just basically what the day is going to be consisting of, so that you can just keep that at the back of your head, so that you know this is what's happening, maybe times that you're going to come and go, so that you know just in your head, you know, and you can just, yeah, I just feel like that helps. Anybody else? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, it's the same one. Don't be pushed into doing something that makes you really anxious, because again, sometimes I find that some things just always make me anxious, and they're always going to make me anxious. So don't push yourself into it unless you need to do it. Obviously, if you really need to do it and it's serious and you do need to do it, then obviously do it. But if it's unnecessary, you don't have to do it, then don't do it. Just, you know what? Sometimes I just accept the fact that I'm always going to be anxious in certain places. And it is sad and it is annoying. But there's other places, there's other like ways I can do the same thing. So you just have to, it's just a lot of patience, and it's so frustrating. Like, I totally understand how frustrating anxiety is, but you just gotta accept it, and you just gotta say, you know what, yes, I have anxiety, but it's not gonna take over me, and it's not gonna be a part of me, and I'm gonna get on with this. And you just gotta think of it as a person you don't like, and you wouldn't let someone you don't like control your life, so don't let anxiety. So yeah, that's this video. Sorry it's a bit long, but obviously it is a long video, and I didn't want to just be like, yep, so do this, and then, you know, I want to explain what I mean. I will link my anxiety like quote list in the description if I can, from Pinterest, because I have some really nice quotes on there, and some of them are just relatable, and some of them are just really like, some of them are just really like, what's the word? Just motivational, and just like makes you just go, yeah, I want to do this. So I'm really thirsty. And it's gonna get really cold. So yeah, that's basically this video. And I was so wary, and I was so just optimistic to upload this video, and I still am as I'm filming it. I'm like, am I gonna upload this? I want to, but I mean, it's just difficult, and it is a really sensitive thing that has really tore up my life quite dramatically, really, and it has changed my life. But I don't want to feel like embarrassed or like ashamed about it, because it's nothing to be ashamed about and nothing to be embarrassed about. So if you are dealing with this and you don't have anyone to talk to, or you don't want to talk to anybody, you can inbox me, because I will answer. Otherwise you can message, I think you can message on here. Otherwise you can go onto my makeup Instagram and DM me. My makeup Instagram is Rhiannon Makeup X. I'll link it down below, and you can DM me, and you can just message me on there, and I will not be saying a word to anybody else. It will just be confidential basically, and I will try and help you the best I can, because it's horrible, I know that from experience. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Please don't leave any hate on this video if you don't like it, and you don't, I don't know, just don't leave any hate. If you didn't like this video, then just click off, because this is such a sensitive thing for me to film, and I don't need the hate. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.